What's up, guys? All days pass. Back in 6 months of Masters, and I'm sorry I haven't been uploading too much lately. I've had quite a bit going on with school and whatnot, but today I made quite a bit of progress, and yesterday I got to play quite a bit, as you can see here. So I wanted to go through a couple of replays and see, the good, the bad, the ugly. And I've been doing the 3 racks build that Folate suggested, one of my subscribers. I think he's got a channel. If he's got a channel, go check it out. So this is a 1v1 in Heart of the Swarm. And we'll go to the Units tab, and we are going to speed this up a bit. And, good luck, have fun. I don't know why I said just good luck here, but he is the Protoss spawned up here in the top left. Terran in the bottom right is me, getting my workers out. And my supply depot, dance around my SCV until I get enough money for my barracks, get the barracks down, and then go scout cross map, and I find him pretty much immediately. I see the gas go down, and I see he's walling at his expansion here. So, I figure he's probably going to expand early, which is good for me in the build that I'm doing. So I get my little bit of lag here. Slow it down. I get my Marine to run out, check around for proxy pylon, and he does end up finding the probe chilling over here, so he kills him off, which is good. Don't ever want to proxy right outside your front door. Bring my Marine back in the base, close it up. Close it up. Close it. There we go. And continuing to get my 2 racks here. Get my reactor on one of them. Normally I drop these both at the same time, but I figured I should just build this when I have the money so I can get the reactor and I can start getting units a little bit quicker. I don't think it's a huge amount quicker, but it's not too bad. So let's go take a look at what he's doing. He's got his photon cannons starting to come in here. Forge. He's got his expansion down. And he doesn't have any units yet. And we're closing in here on 7 minutes. I've got 4 Marauders, 4 Marines. And as you can see, I'm cranking them out through here. I'm getting the reactor on that one. And I don't know why I only built 1 Marine there. Probably didn't have enough money. Keep my money fairly low. 1 gas. That's how this build works. Start building my engineering bay around 7.5 minutes. And don't have enough money to go for the upgrade just yet. But continuing to get units out. Should have a Marauder coming out of here, but I don't have it yet. I do end up getting my +1 started. And here at 8.5 minutes, I start moving out my army of 5 Marauders, 9 Marines. I'm still making units behind this. Get 4 more. Still no Marauder coming out of here. I should have a Marauder coming out. I have my stim researched. I'm getting combat shields now. And my +1 is about halfway done. I'm posting up here at the Zelnaga Tower. And then I take my 13, 17 now, and 5 Marauder army over to his expansion. He's finally warping in some units. You can see he's got his Mothership Core. 5 Marauders. Or 5 Stalkers, rather. He's got an Immortal popped out. But unfortunately for his Immortal, it's not involved in the fight. So, as you can see here, I'm just cleaning up what units he did have. I kill this gateway and start killing the wall a little bit. He drops a pylon smartly and tries to get a couple more photon cannons down to hold this off. But he's not going to be able to quite hold that off. So, warps in some zealots. Kill them pretty quick. He says GGG. And he ends up leaving the game. So that was my first win of the day. Pretty good. We'll scroll down here. Don't mind all these other games just yet. We'll get to those. And this one, we're going to go against Credomech, who's a Zerg player. Another bronze. I was bronze at the time of these. If you guys saw the Twitter the other day, I did get promoted to Silver League. Didn't get a chance to play too many Silver games today, but again, I'm spawned here, top right. This map is very big, as you can see from the size of it here. He spawns in the top left as the blue Zerg, and we're going to speed it up here to get through the early game. And again, I'm just going to go for the 3 racks build. That's pretty much the only build that I'm doing right now. It's doing well for me. It's pretty simple to follow early on. And the transition out of it is what's getting me right now, as you'll see in a couple of the later replays. Let me get the units tab up here. So again, continuously making SCVs, getting the macro going, got my gas. Barracks is down, getting that first Marine out. Dropped the tech lab immediately. Walled off. Unfortunately, I lock out my SCV. This happens quite a bit. I don't know if there's a way of queuing it up so he doesn't lock himself out, but I do send my SCV scout over, and I see the spawning pool, and I see that it's shimmering, so I know that he's researching something on it. And he's getting Zergling speed. He's got his expansion, which I also saw. He's got his queens out. He runs a few Zerglings up to my wall, but my small army manages to kill that off. So behind this, I've got my 2 barracks with reactors, cranking out units. I'm supply blocked at the moment, unfortunately. And let me pause this here because something happened that I would like you guys to see. Let's back it up to... How far does that back it up? This. This is what happened. Evidently, at some point, he sent a drone over here, and he was going to take my natural as his expansion, and it damn near completed. The only reason I came out is because I saw those Zerglings came out, and he canceled that before it finished, so... Interesting little maneuver. So I grabbed my expansion a little bit early. I do have 4 Marauders, 11 Marines, fairly decent army. And just bumps up to 15. I'm going to be pushing out here in a minute. Let's take a look, slow it down for a quick second. Take a look at our base. Getting +1 started. Again, I don't know if this is early for this build to be doing this, but so far it's been working out okay. A couple more Zerglings ran in, so I killed them off. And now I have 23 Marines, 6 Marauders. +1's on the way. We have combat shields and stim researched. And I'm dropping my factory now to start my transition if this initial push doesn't work. So I run across the map. I see his roaches right there. I go to check for a third. I don't see a third. So I come back and we engage here on the ramp. Get a bit of a concave here. And my amount of units is a little bit superior with my Marauder count to his roaches. Marauders is good. He leaves the game. No GG in that one. So again, another win for me. That's pretty good. Let's scroll down. And that was against Credo Mech. So now we're going to go in and take a look at a pro PvT. Me versus War Machine. War Machine is a silver player, as you can tell by the border here. We'll speed it up a bit. I'm in the bottom right as the red Terran. Cranking out my SCVs. Good luck, have fun, gets said. I don't think it gets returned in this one, though. Yep, just me. So he's getting out his probes. He drops his first pylon here. He's going to be walling, I guess, at this point. And I am walling here. He does get his probe in. I put an SCV on him, chase him out, and then drop the supply depot to get the block going. He parks his probe on my ramp. I'm scouting around counterclockwise. Check the bottom left, nothing there. Get up and in here. Scout around, 1 gas. You know, see this gate, the cyber core coming down in the main. Just running around, taking a look. See him drop his 2nd gas. And I see that he got his forge. Come running back out, so I'm knowing that there's probably going to be cannons coming up here, you know, on the ramp and whatnot. But he doesn't have a whole lot as yet. Let's go to the units. Right now I've got 3 Marines, 2 Marauders to his 1 Zealot. I'm way behind in SCVs, but again, that's because I got my orbital, and that takes a while, and you can't make any SCVs while you're getting it. So, cranking out the Marines, getting the Marauders, researching stim. Got my eBay down, and I should be starting +1 fairly soon, I would hope. I don't know. So I dropped the thing, and this wall's incomplete, so I didn't even really need to do that. But I'm running around looking for a proxy pylon real quick, and then we'll slow this down a second here. and we start the push. 15 Marines, 5 Marauders to his 7 Zealots. I'm starting to catch up on the workers here. Run all my units up and wait until everybody gets here. All my guys. 19 Marines, 5 Marauders. 4 of them are still going to run across the map. And we go to push, kill the pylon to depower everything, and start working on his stalkers who are unupgraded. My guys are unupgraded. So I do end up losing my initial push, but I do kill the majority of his army. So I start, staging up the next attack here, and behind this I get my expansion, and I'm researching my +1, and I'm starting to float a little bit of money. So what I should be doing here at some point is I should be dropping my factory, but at this point I'm just cranking out units knowing that I was close to killing him. So I push again. He still doesn't have any upgrades on his units. My guys now have +1. He gets another 4 stalkers down. I get my last little bit of an army. They're just running across, and unfortunately they get cleaned up once again with the help of the photon cannons. So I start massing again at the Zelnaga Tower. Evidently I stimmed these guys unintentionally, so they're not quite healed up yet. So now I start getting the factory. It's a little late. I'm not floating a ton of money. He is. But, not too bad so far. I should have probably a couple more workers, although this is getting mined down pretty much. So I do have 19 workers in there with the occasional pull. Get 2 more racks. And as soon as the factory gets down, I build the reactor on it, and I get my starport so I can swap these and start cranking out double medevacs. I get a second gas to help support all this. And I'm, mining down here. Now, I built double refineries down here ahead of time, but as you can see, I did not take the gas out of them. I should hopefully soon transfer some workers into that. So behind it, I've managed to research +1. I've got double engineering base down. My armory's down. So I should be researching +2 any moment. Getting my double medevacs out. Getting my tech lab down. Now what I read I could do with this instead is I could transition out of Marauders altogether and swap this factory with this barracks and give the factory this tech lab so I don't have to build one. And then drop this barracks somewhere and just put a reactor or whatever on it. Because that one's less key than getting this one to get my tanks. So again, I'm building my army up. A couple medevacs finally get there and start healing up the guys I stemmed. And I did not know. I probably should have scanned here just to see this this observer, to see if he had an observer. It's a weird place to park an observer by a Zelnaga. You'd rather park a unit there. I do get a couple of Vikings because I believe I did scan him and I saw that the Colossus were coming. So if we look at the starport, I'm cranking out excuse me, I'm cranking out Vikings in order to take out the Colossus, and then my ground army, which is pretty significant at this point, 49 Marines, 9 Marauders. I got a couple of siege tanks as well. We'll concentrate on the ground army themselves. So he does have a third going, and he's waiting. He's got a lot of probes that are waiting because his main is mined out, and he's also getting void rays here, and he's chronoing them out. So he's going to try and get a lot of void rays. Void rays are another bad thing for me, but right now, as you can see, I have 4 Vikings. Still cranking out my army. Here they come running across. Plenty of Marines. I'm up to 63 Marines, 10 Marauders, 3 tanks, and 4 Vikings. I think I get a couple more Vikings here. And I have a lot of SCVs just chilling. These guys should be working. So I should have done a transfer over here to where I built my third. I do have both gases here. And I do finally have guys in gas here. Still making SCVs, as you should be. But I do have a lot that are just sitting. I finally think I finally grabbed them. There they go to get to work. So it looks like I'm maxed at this point. So now that I'm maxed and I have a couple siege tanks here just chilling, wait for my army to catch up, unsiege, and it's time to move in. My units are 2-2, my tanks are 0-0. I should be doing the upgrades. I'm covering my mouth, sorry. I should be doing the upgrades on that. don't know where I was going exactly there. Now, here is my other problem. I start killing the rocks so I have a better engagement if we meet on the ramp. And I'm trying to keep, as you can see here, I just kind of boxed the air units to try and keep them back. So we get over right in front of his ramp, and the engagement's going to happen right here. I siege my tanks to start getting some vision on the high ground, and I guess we can slow this down a bit. As you can see here, the engagement's happening. All these Vikings are concentrating on the Colossus. The Colossus are dying quite quickly. They're 0-0. Again, I should have upgraded them, and my ground army got pretty hit, but managed to survive. And again, upgrades. He's got 2 attack, I've got 2-2. So his units really aren't going to be able to hang with my units in this engagement. So I just start killing off the expansion. The Vikings aren't really doing much of anything except chilling out. I bring the tanks in, siege them up to help out with killing the expansion off, and War Machine leaves the game. So, another good win for me. Hopefully you guys are enjoying me reviewing my replays. I'm going to go through and probably review all of them that are 1v1s. I've been doing some 3v3s with Eno, Mezzo, and Volusion. If you guys are checking those out on the stream, I'll eventually be putting those replays up, hopefully, in the coming weeks. But for now, that's it. And hopefully you guys enjoy the episode, and I will catch you guys later.